So let's talk about the biggest downside of specializing. It sounds so much easier to focus on one thing. Your mind doesn't need to switch gears, and you just do the same things over and over again. This works great in environments that have a fixed set of rules with known outcomes if you follow those rules. Think chess and sports. You can easily get better at these because the rules and outcome never change. Being a highly specialized individual can cause you to lock into what is familiar and not think of outside of the box solutions, or at least solutions outside of your training. Okay, so the story I'm going to share with you is probably the most illustrative and scariest example of overspecialization. Again, I read the story in Range because honestly, that's the only book that I've come across at this point that really talks about how generalists can succeed in a specialist world. So if you know of any other books, let me know. I'd be interested in checking them out. So, anyway, in the book, he talks about that there was a study done on cardiologists, and they found that cardiologists were so used to using stents when treating patients for chest pains that they do this reflexively. So think muscle memory. You just automatically respond to the symptoms in the same way. But here's the scary part. The study found that cardiac patients were less likely to die if they were admitted to the hospital when the majority of the highly trained cardiologists were out of town. So, and that's just one illustration. And again, I'm sure we could find areas where generalists have a similar kind of story. We're not debunking being a specialist. What I'm saying is there's room for more ideas than just specialization. So when you have a very narrow focus, you usually only come up with very narrow solutions, like the cardiologist with the stents. They only think of one way to treat a patient instead, and that's according to their specific training, instead of maybe looking at the whole person or the whole body. Okay.